Welcome to Tech Point. So this is the fourth video to talk about operators. So let's start. So you have the basic knowledge of operators. You have done many sums using the operators. So operators are nothing but which operate on variables like addition, subtraction, division, etc. etc. So what are the operators? Operators are one of the most useful things in C programming. It helps us to perform mathematical, logical or conditional tasks. And after knowing that what are operators, we have to know what are they. So like plus is the operator which helps us to add two numbers. Here I have written two numbers, but it can help us to add two or more numbers. Whereas in C programming, there are not only mathematical operators, there are logical and conditional operators also. Like there is an operator called equals to. It is a assignment operator which helps us to assign a value in a assign a value in a variable. That will be in a variable, not in an operator. Don't get confused. I will rectify my mistake. And after that, classification of operator comes into picture. So here is a tree of classification. So operators are divided into three parts, that are unary operator, binary operator and ternary operator. So what are the basic difference between these three operators? So unary operator usually operates on only one variable, whereas binary operator operates on two variables. Whereas ternary operators are like conditional operator. We are going to talk about each of them. So there are many classification of binary operator also, like arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, and assignmental operator. So we are going to cover this with 5 videos, and in the first video, that is in this video, we are going to talk about only the arithmetic operators. So the binary operator. So binary operator has arithmetic operator, and then the classification of arithmetic operators are like that: plus, which is used to add two numbers, and then minus, that is subtraction, which is used to subtract two numbers, and then star, used to multiply two numbers, division, used to divide two numbers, and there is one more function which you don't did in your mathematics, that is modulus operation. It used to get the reminders of two numbers. We are going to see each of them in this video. So let's go to our IDE. So here is our IDE. So before start writing, we have to add the header files, hash include stdio.h, and then the main part, that's the main function. And in this video, if we are going to use the operators, we have to assign, we have to declare some variables, because operators operate on variables. So without variable, we can't use them. So first I am going to initialize two variables. Why I am initializing two variables? Because we are doing binary operator. So if in a binary operator, we have to have at least two variables. So that's why I am declaring two variables. So now I am giving the statement on our output screen that enter the value of A. And after that, I am telling the compiler to stop, and then assigning the access specifier, telling that this is an integer type number, as I have written here int. So I am giving %d. If you have used float, then you can use a %f, and then I am putting the value to the address of A, because the compiler only know the address of the variable. And similarly, I am going to copy this, and after copying, I am going to paste this, and I am changing it to B, and I am putting this value to B. So now we have our two values. So if you want to see what values you have given, so you can print them both. Printf the numbers are %d and %d. So you know that the number will be printed at the place of %d. So first I am compiling and running it by pressing Fn F11, and here is the output screen. Let's zoom in, and I am giving 5 at the place of A and 10 at the place of B, and you can see 5 and 10 has been put successfully. So now I am going to doing the operations. So first you have to know that how the operations are working. So if you just write here A plus B like this, and after that semicolon, why we are giving semicolon? To tell the compiler that the line has ended. So if you write something from here like that, so the computer or the compiler will read this as a new line. So if you're doing that A plus B, then the addition has been performed. But the result has not stored in anything. So you have to store the result in somewhere else, no? So I am initializing one more variable to store the output. So you have understood that a plus b signifies that the addition has been performed and the output is here. But to show the output, to visualize the output in our output screen, we have to store it somewhere else. So that's why we are initializing C, and then I'm putting the value to C. And as I told before, that equals to is the assignment operator, and it works as right to left assignment. What does that mean? That means that whatever is the value of the right side, it will put the value to the left side. That means it put the value of a plus b into C. And now we can visualize our output by printing the C. Printf the sum of the numbers are are not is percentage, that is C. And now I am giving, let me zoom in a bit so you can see it. Now I am giving 5 in A and 10 in B, and you can see that the addition is 15. Okay, so this is like that. And if you want to visualize the negative part, then you will give A minus C. So I am again giving that 5 and 10 because I want to show you something, that now see that the answer is minus 5, not only 5. So the computer knows the positive and negative numbers. So you don't have to worry about it, that if the number is bigger or smaller like that, it will give it negative. So you don't have to worry about it. And now if I am showing you multiplication after a bit, but if I do the division of 5 and 10, see what it gives us. So I am giving 5 and 10. See, the output is 0. Why 0? Why 0? Because as you know that 5 divided by 10 is equals to 0.5, and as if we have declared C as an integer value, so it will take only the integer part, that is 0 part, and it will not take the decimal part, that is the fraction part. So that's why the answer is 0, not 0.5. So if you have to see the 0.5 part, you have to declare C as a float. Float C, and while printing it, you have to give percentage. So now I am running my program, and then I am giving here 5 and 10. Now you can see it is showing 0.0000, and why it is showing 0.0000? Here it is another thing that it it works like that. Whatever is the data type of the upper value will be the data type of the output. So the data type of the upper value is integer. So the output is integer, that is 0. But we are converting the output, that is 0, to float, that is 0.00. So it doesn't work like that. If you just change the data type of the output, not the output, you are changing the data type of the variable which contains the output. You are not changing the data type of the output. The output is A by B. So if you want to change the data type of the output, you have to change the data type of A. First, I am changing both the data type, that is float A and B. So we have to give here percentage and also here percentage. One thing I forgot to mention in the last video, that is percentage. If I give, then now I am running it, and now I am giving the value of 5 and 10. One thing you must consider, that here it is 5.0000. I told you now that if you give integer value to a float data type, then it will take 0.0 on its own. And now you can see the output is 0.50000. And if I change the data type of B, sorry for the spelling mistake, and if I give here %d, also here %d, let's see what happens. So value of A is 5, value of B is 10, and now see, I told you now that it will be 0.5, though it is integer, but On which it depends on the data type of the upper value for division, that is a, and a has the data type of float, so the output will be a float. The C compiler works like this. So put it in your mind that while you are doing division, if the data type of the upper value, that is in this case, that is the numerator. If the data type of the numerator is integer, then the output will be of integer. And if you are changing the data type of the output, you are not changing the data type of the output. You are changing the data type of that place. So the output will be shown in the float format, but it will consist only of that integer part of the output, as I showed you. So if you have to change the data type of the output, you have to change the data type of the upper value of that output, upper value of that input. Sorry, upper value of that input. So the C compiler works like this. And what does the modulo function do? The modulo function, that is a by b, and now I am changing it to integer for simplification. I am changing both to integer, everything to integer, deleting it. So now everything is integer, and now, so see, if you want to see the modulus function working, so I am giving here 5a and the b is 2. Now see the sum of the numbers, not sum of the numbers, it will be modulus of the number. Okay, so don't get confused. So the answer is 1. Why 1? Because the modulus function gives us the remainder. So if you do 5 divided by 2, what you will get? You will get 2 as a quotient and 1 as a remainder, or whatever else. So it will work like that. It will give you the remainder, that is the leftover part. So if you divide 5 by 2, you will get 2 as a quotient, and then 2 2s are 4, then 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 is a remainder. So here 1 is the answer of that remainder part, that is a modulus b. This is called the modulus function. In C, it is not the percentage, it is the modulus function. Okay, so it works like this. And if we do here multiplication, so let me change it, multiplication. And now I am running this program, and I am giving here 4 and 6, see 24. So these are the very basic arithmetic operators, and they work like this. So if you want to visualize most, uh, do on your own, change the data type of the variable, change the values of the variable, and do it. Just do it. There is no other way of learning. You have to do it on your own, to know your mistakes, to know where you have the doubts. And if you have any doubt, you can ask us in the comment section and let us know about the video, and wait till the next video publish. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.